Hello, my name is Jennifer Nix. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and currently enrolled in the Entertainment Business Management Master's Program at Full Sail. I desire to become a leading entertainment business manager and teacher for CEOs and entertainment business professionals. In the book Mastery by Robert Greene, I related to several experiences that were listed as examples, and one in particular was the story about John Coltrane and his encounter with the master. This sparked and fueled him to become a better musician. I too had an experience with the master, or actually a couple of masters, a few years ago back in 2012. I had attempted to start my own business, and I ran into two business owners in South Carolina who were very, in my opinion, integral in my development as a person as well as a business professional. One person, his name was Charles Atchison. He was a super successful businessman and had never worked a job a day in his life. He said at the age of 14, he was selling candy and cigarettes, and from that point going forward in life, he knew that he would always be an entrepreneur and would never work for anyone else. He was one of the wealthiest business owners in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and his friend, Charles Spann, who was as successful as he was, they both set wonderful examples to me because they were both masters in their field, and they taught me things that changed my life forever. One of the major things that Mr. Span taught me was to always be true to myself and trust my gut on any decision. He had owned so much commercial and residential property during the time where people in the South were denied opportunities with businesses. And so he was very influential in my life, and the lessons that he taught me were very impactful. And I plan on using those lessons to project myself further as I am on my journey. The textbook also refers to loving a field in order to master it. I recall both of my mentors being so successful because in both their fields they loved what they did. They both had a passion for real estate, and one owned a transportation company. He was the first person to ever bring ground transportation to the South, and he loved what he did. He started his life out driving a cab in the city of New York, and he took that love and brought it to the South and made a lucrative business out of it. So for me, it's imperative to love what I do. I've always loved business. I've always been a person who's worn many hats. And to me, it just makes sense that I sharpen my skills in a field where it's broad and it's vast and it allows me to be creative. I found that when I love to do something, I tend to do it effortlessly. And as I gain knowledge to become a master in my field, I must love what I do and remain true to who I am since I've been a little girl. I remember being a little girl growing up in Greenville, Mississippi, and playing with my mom's high heels and with her briefcases and folders, pretending to be an international businesswoman. Knowing both of my mentors have motivated me to do more and be more because nothing is impossible with perseverance and hard work. And those principles that Robert Greene talks about and discussed in the book of Mastery, coming back to that place and understanding that or to the origins of who I am or who I've always been, those points really resonated with me and even woke me up to seeing where my future can be and how I can move forward and sticking to who I am. So, in addition to remaining true to my origins and finding my life task, I know that letting go of the past is a major strategy for me also to use in order to progress further. Many times I felt like I wasn't enough because I didn't come from wealth or what most considered a normal household. This limited thinking sometimes made me shy away from opportunities because I was afraid of being laughed at for being poor or scared I couldn't measure up due to lack of resources. I know now that it is up to me to live that life that I want to live. And the text also states that I am on my own. Learning these lessons and really accepting these principles are now a major fixture in my world. And I plan to live daily with these concepts in the forefront of my mind while on my journey. My dream career path is to become an international businesswoman and leading entertainment business manager. I deeply desire to own my own management company while teaching and training entertainment professionals, whether they are artists, sports figures, actors, or even small business owners. I aim to help people maximize their vision while taking care of their businesses at the same time. In the next 3 weeks, I plan to start journaling my career strategy while organizing a real plan of action to obtain mastery of my task while I'm on my journey. I also wish to get more insight on mastery development while organizing what it is that I do so that I can project my dreams to a career that will take care of me for the rest of my life.